Hello everyone. I have my phone at a different angle this time, so I'm hoping that none of the things I'm getting ready to show you, the words are going to be shown backward. Trying to get this angle just right. It's hard to tell until you actually start doing the video. But I went to the Dollar Tree, as you would know from the description. Oh, but first I wanted to show you, I'm with this organization. We sew heart pillows, and we give them to the hospital for patients that just had surgery and that are in pain. And so I do the sewing, and then somebody else does the stuffing and the cutting. And so this is what I do. I put little embroidery on it to make it look a little more prettier, and then I get some colors that are for men, and I kind of leave them plain, or I might put little, I don't know, something on it. You know, I just got an idea. For the men, I could also put the name of the hospital on there and the year. That would be something nice. But anyhow, so that's what I'm working on. Let me lower my chair a little bit. There we go. All right, so I've got two of them made, and here's the other one. I just got through giving, I think I made like 10 of them, and I just got through giving them to the person that's going to be doing the stuffing. So they turned out really nice too. All right, so I didn't get much. Got me some popcorn. I've been sitting watching TV, wishing I had popcorn here lately. My Reader's Digest. My sister-in-law, she does this for me. It says, a gift from Mrs. Greer. Her husband passed away before mine did. So I found these pin cushions. I have been searching and searching and searching for these pin cushions, but of course the Dollar Trees around here, they're kind of slow about getting things out. So I got the pink one, and that's how it fits. And it's comfortable. It's not really that tight. It looks like it might be tight, but it's not really that tight. But what I want to do is I want to take the elastic off one and then wrap it around my machine. Put some Velcro on one end of it and then wrap it around the machine. I also got the blue, because I'm going to do it for two machines. Now, I can't find all of my Cricut supplies yet. So I went ahead and bought me another scoop, or spatula. That's what they're called, spatula. And I got it with the rose colored tip. Both of them I got rose colored tip. And then I got the weeder, I think it's called. I'm not up on all this stuff. I just know what to use it for. Then I got these scissors right here for my husband's grave, so I can trim the flowers, the Dollar Tree flowers, you know, and arrange them the way I really want to. Now, this is something I have never ever seen in a Dollar Tree before, and I had to share it. So y'all can look out for your stores to have these in. You've probably already seen them too. knowing this area, you've probably already seen them. But anyhow, these are Tulle. And it's from Crafter Square, of course. And so this is a purple, a pink, I guess like a magenta pink or something, a teal, and a baby pink. And I got two more things, and then that's it of my haul. Wow, 4 minutes. And then I got this for his vase for the grave. And one last thing. I came across the other day, I'm still unpacking too. The other day I came across the flag that my sister gave me a while back with my initial on it, my last name initial. And so I got one of these to hang it on. So I'm going to stick this outside today and get it hung up. Okay, and that is it. Not much is going on in my life. Nothing is going on in my life, I'm telling you. My life is quiet. My life is boring. Yeah. It's boring. I try to get out and, well, the only thing I really do when I go out is shop or go to the doctor. That's about it. How sad is that? It is sad. It really, really is sad. Oh, so, really don't have much to say. I know I don't talk much about my life. This month has kind of hit me kind of hard with tax season. Then I had to buy a new refrigerator, which I won't get until May the 12th, as y'all know. Then buying that freezer. And then having to go to food banks. I mean, I know I threw out, what, maybe $400 to $500 worth of food out of my refrigerator, freezer side and refrigerator side. That's a lot of food. And so now, little by little, I'm trying to replenish it. And yeah, I'm doing it with the food banks too, however much I can. But and they do help. They really do help. If it wasn't for them, I don't know, I would really be in a tight spot, because really I didn't even know about them until well, some of them till recently, and then some of them after my husband passed away, because even, you know, money was tight even then, because I was trying to get his Social Security and his Navy pay started to go into my account. So, and then get his account closed, and just one thing after another. And I'm hoping that after this month, I'm not saying it in a cruel way, but get a relief from what I've been going through since he's passed away. I am able now to talk about him a little bit more than normal. I'm still not over it. I mean, I've talked to another widow, and her husband's been gone 3 years, and she says she cries. She still cries. I said, after 3 years, you're still crying? She said, yes. She says, it's okay. She says, it's normal. So it's like, okay, well then I don't feel so bad, because it's been almost 16 months and I still cry for him. Not every day, but I still cry for him. I still tell him I miss him, and I'm holding the tears back now. I do miss him. My life doesn't seem the same. I don't know if it's ever going to feel normal. After 16 months, it still doesn't feel normal. It feels like I'm in a nightmare, is what it feels like. I don't know. I had 30 years with him. Well, 31, including the time we were dating. I had 31 years with him. No, take that back. We would have been married 30 years now. He's been gone since December 2020 when he died. We were married almost 29 years. 28 and a half years we were married. And we were together for 29 and a half years. I always joked around with him. I knew it was not going to happen, but I always joked around. Well, really, I was kind of serious too. I'd say, boy, can't wait for that 50th wedding anniversary. That's our golden one. But I knew we were never going to make it. Not with him being so sick. And I hate that he didn't listen to me. I told him to quit smoking 20-some years ago. I told him to quit smoking and he wouldn't do it. I told him my father had COPD. And I told him, I said, if you don't stop smoking, you're going to end up like my father. I said, I don't want to live the kind of life my mother is taking care of my father. I don't want to live that life. That is not fair. And he didn't quit smoking. And now look what happened. Those of you out there that have family members that smoke, please, please get them to stop. Tell them what happened to my husband. He had it so bad. He couldn't even breathe. He couldn't even walk from room to room without losing his breath. He had to carry an oxygen hose around with him everywhere he went. If he went out places or if he was in the house. Everywhere. He had to carry that hose. He had to depend on a machine to give him oxygen. So people, if you have any family members or friends that you really, really, really care about, or, you know, those that you don't even care much about, or whatever the situation is, I don't know. Get them to quit smoking. And if they do that vape thing, get them to stop that. There's a lot of horrors out there about that thing. I have been hearing a lot of bad things about vaping. I've never done it. I'm not planning on doing it. I quit smoking about 22, 23 years ago. I quit smoking because I saw my father one day. And I looked at him good and hard. These are my knees that you're seeing. I'm kind of propped up a little bit on my chair. But I came down to Florida for a visit one time and with my parents. And I looked at my father really good and hard for some reason that visit that I came down. And I decided I don't want to live like him. I don't want to be on this oxygen thing like him. Because I know if I don't quit, that's where I was headed. I knew. And, but he wasn't as bad off about losing his breath as my husband. He was more active. He did more things where my husband couldn't. My husband and the later years of our marriage was really rough. And I know why. Because he wanted to be able to do things, and he regret not listening to me telling him to quit smoking. And it was too late. Even 10 years ago, it was too late. So, I told my father, I says, I'm going to quit smoking. I says, I love you. And I says, I admire you for the way that you raised me and Ernette, my sister. And I told him, I says, but Daddy, I don't want to be on oxygen. I says, looking at you right now scares me to death. Scares the heck out of me. I don't want to be like you on oxygen. And so I quit. While I was down here in Florida visiting. That's when I was still living in Virginia. And my husband was up in Virginia. I came down by myself. And that's it. And I went back home. And I told my husband, I says, I don't smoke anymore. I quit. Because I looked at my father living on oxygen. And I realized I don't want to end up like him. And that's when I started on my husband about quitting. He tried a few times, but I don't think he tried hard enough, because a couple of days later I would catch him out in the garage smoking. And I'd go out in the garage and I'd say, Elgin! And he'd jump like, you know, like he was scared half out of his mind. He'd like that. And I says, how dare you start smoking again? You promised me you'd quit smoking. So about on our 25th wedding anniversary, which was 5.5 years ago, he came to me that morning and he says, do you notice anything different about me, or have you noticed? I says, no. And I started trying to figure out what he was talking about. He says, you haven't noticed I haven't been going out to the garage much? Because that's where he smoked. I says, no, to be honest, no. He got upset because I didn't notice. But I was so used to it, I didn't notice because I was used to it. He says, well, I haven't been going out there. He says, I've stopped smoking. He says, I stopped smoking for our wedding anniversary. And it was too late when he did, but I was really happy that he did. Because he was on oxygen and he's still smoking, He didn't have the hose on. He would hang the hose up on the back door before he'd go outside. But he did quit. He was about 4 years not smoking. So, I'm sorry I got on this subject about the smoking and my husband with his illness and everything, but I want to get it out to everybody. Please, if you smoke, if you know someone that does smoke or does the vapor thing, please stop. Get them to stop. It is not good. And this vape, I heard, is worse than cigarettes. And I heard that you wouldn't even have a chance being on oxygen with the vaping if you quit that. So I really don't know. I haven't done any research on it. I just know what I have been hearing and on TV and what I have, well, I really haven't read up on it, but what I have been hearing on TV. So anyhow, that is it of that subject. And I'm sorry for those few tears that came down. But if he quit smoking when I asked him to, he would have never been on oxygen. He would have never had COPD. He never would have. He'd still be here too. He would still be here. Healthy. He would be healthy. And that bothers me. Every day I think about if he didn't smoke, he'd still be with me. And people, it's hard out there when you lose someone from smoking or cancer but something that they could have prevented to get the illness, and mainly the smoking or the drugs or whatever it may be, is hard. Because you think to myself, if they would have listened, if they would have listened to my plea, if he would have listened to me pleading with him, and it was too late when he quit. It was way too late. And that's when he started keeping jelly beans around all the time. He used to eat jelly beans all the time. And then the last few years he started losing weight little by little. And one day when I was holding him, I felt his shoulders, and it was like I was just feeling bone. I could feel the outline of his shoulder. And then I noticed one day that he was losing the fat on his stomach, on his waist area, where what you would call the love handles. I noticed he was losing that. So I was noticing things little by little. Okay, well, I have a therapy session on Monday. I hope I can remember to talk about this on Monday. But sometimes to talk to y'all about this, it feels like it feels good that y'all listen to me, that you don't just skip through this part of the video. And I don't talk about him much. I don't talk about my feelings about what should have or what shouldn't have been going on. But thank you for listening. Thank you for caring. And thank you for all of those that have been with me since day one. December 30th, well, really the 31st is when I found out. December the 30th, no, was it the 30th? Yes, it was December 30th, 2020, that a lot of you have been with me since that time. So I just want to say thank you. I have some marvelous friends out there, wonderful people that watch me. And sometimes I wonder, what is it about me that y'all like to see? And when I do my videos, I'm always trying to do different things sometimes. And I was thinking about maybe later on, I'm going to be doing some more pillows. And maybe I would just have my camera going and y'all watching me make the pillows from the embroidery to where I stitch them up. I don't know, you might like something like that. Well, I'm going to go. I've been on here long enough. It says it's 21 minutes, so I'm going to go. Y'all have a good day or good night whenever you're watching this. Please subscribe, click the like channel, leave comments and questions. Bye-bye for now.